Chapter 51. Truth, obedience, order. However, hurriedly in between, Lamech asked Enoch in which order the procession to the mountain should occur. But Enoch summoned Lamech with the following words: "Brother Lamech, behold, I certainly could tell you, but I and the Lord would prefer you to either find it in yourself or be advised by the wise man so that he can show you the right order. And such will please you more, because you will either find it completely on your own ground, or at least have received it from your wise men, who are closer to you than I am. But especially the wise man who is incomparably closer to you than I am." But Lamech said to Enoch, "Brother Enoch, but the truth remains the truth, and it will certainly make no difference from whose mouth it comes. If you thus can give me the same advice as the wise man can give me, in all seriousness I fail to see why the same truth from the mouth of the wise man should be better than coming out of your mouth." But Enoch replied to him, "Man does not realize everything at a glance. Therefore it should not surprise you if you do not understand everything right now. But just go and follow my advice, and at the right time the insight will occur to you, according to which you will realize why a nearby speaker can be understood more easily than someone who speaks from a distance." And Lamech replies to Enoch, "Most beloved brother, although your words sound somewhat puzzling, and in the deep background make me anticipate something big, I still stick to my principle that the truth always remains unchanged the truth, irrespective of whether it comes from this or from that mouth. For example, if you, me, Naomi, the wise man, and even the serpent say, 'God is the Lord of heaven and earth,' is that not the same eternal truth from out of every mouth?" And Enoch said to Lamech, "Brother, I say to you, do not be drawn into this kind of musings from which little good fruit can grow. Obedience in even small things is better than the deepest analytical brooding. Therefore, you are better off if you immediately do to what I have advised you, than to start to elegantly ponder. But if you then want to ponder before me in a wise manner, I tell you in advance, you will not survive the fight with me. For as long as you do not know why the stone is hard and heavy, and do not know where the winds come from, and do not know their fatherland, and where the sea gets its nourishment, and the earth its food, and also not know the ways to explore the springs in the earth, and do not know the birthplace of fire, and do not understand the language of animals and plants, and many other things which are more alien to you than the abyss of the great sea. For as long let go of all pondering, because you will not get anywhere. For this is a matter for the Lord, and He can give it to whomever He wants. Therefore, follow me, and do as I have advised you, because only through obedience, which is a true fruit of humility, you can get to the true, inner wisdom of God. But if you want to justify yourself in front of people, you are looking for their praise. But I tell you that this is vanity, just as the praise of men is vanity. But if you want to please God, you need to humble yourself before Him as low as possible. Thereby you bring Him the highest praise and he will love you with his divine fullness. Behold, this is the right wisdom, that we should love God above all. Thus go and do according to my words. Amen. Here Lamech recognized Enoch's power, and followed with a very contrite heart Enoch's advice, went straight back to the wise man, and asked him the order of the procession to the mountain. And the man said to him, Listen, brother, the best order before God is the order of the heart. In this order you should also move with us all up the mountain. Any other order, however, is only an external hierarchy, which is an abomination to God. Look how God arranges the herbs and the grass of the fields, and you'll be able to clearly derive with what order God is most comfortable with. Therefore, do not create any distinction in the procession, and the Lord will be with you. That is my advice. But if you have a better one, then follow it. Here Lamech kept quiet, but immediately announced the free departure to the mountain. And all stood up and moved indiscriminately to the mountain.